The White House had already considered a ban on aluminum imports from the Russian producer Rusal. Aluminum is the latest victim of global economic headwinds as prices fall on alleged Russian aluminum dumping, weakening global demand and rising operating costs. Earlier this week, aluminum stocks in London Metals Exchange (LME) warehouses skyrocketed, sparking concerns about possible dumping of aluminum of Russian origin. Unsold metal typically ends up in the LME warehousing system, which are warehouses authorized by the exchange to store LME-registered metal. It's been very disappointing for the poor aluminum market to see kind of a double whammy from weakening global demand, in China in particular, but also Russia dumping aluminum on the global market, Timna Tanners, a mining and metals analyst at Wolfe Research, told CNBC's Squawk Box Asia on Thursday. So definitely this quarter reflected those challenges. The next quarter does not bode well either unless measures are taken to halt potential dumping of Russian-origin metals and boost Chinese demand in both infrastructure development and real estate construction, Tanners added. So far, there has been little sign that Chinese demand could improve quickly as President Xi Jinping signaled at the Communist Party meeting in Beijing that China would stick to its COVID-0 policy, Xi added. This is made worse by falling demand elsewhere as interest rates rise, Tanners said. Aluminum producers like U.S. producer Alcoa and many in Europe are also facing higher operating costs, mainly due to rising electricity prices, Tanners said. Power is about 30% of total costs for an aluminum smelter, so they've just been absolutely squeezed in some of the European operations, Tanners said. CFRA research analyst Matthew Miller was also surprised by Alcoa's recent third-quarter loss, which the company attributed to lower aluminum prices and higher energy and key raw material costs. Like Tanners, he told CNBC's Street Signs Asia that things could get worse in Q4 before it gets better. While the LME doesn't release where aluminum is sourced when inventories rise, a rise in global inventories bodes badly as recession fears have already hit base metal prices, said Vivek Dutt, CBA mining and energy commodities analyst. Any inflow of Russian aluminum into LME warehouses also poses a more complex problem, Dar said in a note. The LME price could trade at a discount to fundamentals if the exchange becomes a dumping ground for Russian metal, he said, adding that Russia accounts for about 17% of world aluminum production. The LME is acutely aware of the problem. And if the U.S. does go ahead with sanctions against Russian producer Rusal, it may have ramifications for global aluminum supply chains, ING Economics commodities strategist Ava Manthi said in a note on Wednesday. Manthi said this was seen in 2018 when the U.S. Treasury last imposed sanctions on Russian billionaire Oleg Deripaska and the companies he owned, including Rusal. In addition to being a major producer of primary aluminum, Rusal is also embedded in global supply chains needed to manufacture the metal, bauxite and alumina, she added. Rusal's 2018 sanctions affected operations in Guinea and Jamaica, while smelters in Europe struggle to secure raw material supplies, she said.